can sell a shoe that could be like formed in a way where they'll just want it, but then that same shoe can be, changed angles, changed creative, stuff like that offer, and then it could be the way they buy it for a need. If you're selling for, some kind of like, let's say, weight loss product for women over 40, you're selling that on like heavy time investment type of products, let's say, a course where you need to kind of set yourself 2-4 hours a day, and you won't probably sell them just because like they don't need that. You need a course where they can, go through in like 15 minutes, and then the checklist does the job for them, just because like they are spending their time for the day for basically their kids. They go to park, they go to this, go to that. They cannot listen for a few hours to your random course.
In your opinion, like what makes a good product? Is it just, margin, timing, those are a few things. But what else? Is it functionality? Is it just like demand? And that's it? Like, how would you reduce it down in like, fundamental terms? Because I know you're pretty much naturally doing that all the time, I feel like.
I don't know, man. Like, it's just, I'd say like there are some products that are just random buys, like emotional type of buys, especially like fashion, apparel, accessories, jewelry, stuff like that. It's nothing more than just emotion and then, visual. So, if I'd say like, you need to solve some kind of problem and I'd say like jewelry, I would be, like completely out of my mind. So I would probably skip, all those visual products just because like they are pretty straightforward. But if we're talking like about, something more serious, like, some gadgets, some like supplements, some skincare, that kind of stuff. I'd say like a product that people not only want, but then they need, just because like, a lot of people, they kind of sell products and then they say, oh, a lot of people want my product. But then, a want and a need are two completely different things. And in my example, one of the recent ones, I wanted to go to like, to grab a coffee with my friend in the city center. He just invited me, but I didn't go just because I need to change my tires from winter ones to summer ones. So that's kind of the natural comparison you do in your own head on like what you want and what you need. And if, let's say, you're selling some kind of, I don't know, product that they, it looks cool, they want it, but then it's like, it's awesome. And then, the new iPhone comes up and, they do their launch. They'll instantly just, value that more than your product just because like yours, it just looks cool. But then iPhone, it's an instant buy for them. They need it. It's social aspect of it. It's, features. It's, all the benefits it can bring. It's what they use daily. So yeah, I'd say like, even if you have, the pretty basic product, look for angles, for ways, and for building out offers and thinking through your funnels in the way where you can build it for an actual need, not only a want. And that can happen in multiple different ways. I mean, you can have just a simple like, you can sell a shoe, and that could be like, formed in a way where, they'll just want it, but then that same shoe can be, changed angles, changed creative, stuff like that offer, and then it could be, the way they buy it for a need. So
real quick, if you appreciate these clips and interviews that I put forward for you, then please make sure you use our Shopify link in the description to start your own Shopify business with an exclusive deal. And also make sure you check out akemulab.com for additional resources, free tools, guides, and just a lot of interesting stuff that will help your journey, even some software deals that are exclusive to akemulab.com. So make sure you do that and continue watching the video.
So yeah, I mean, that probably.
That's huge. I think that's a really like good like first principles way to look at it, because recently I was actually watching this interview of the Telegram founder, and funny enough, like he's got a pretty crazy story, and he got like exiled from his country, and like he had to drop his main product, which was like the Facebook of Russia, and the government was looking into all his messages all the time and like bothering him, basically trying to like, violate his privacy. And he was like, wait, I really need a message, like a way to message to people I know that's like encrypted and that nobody can access, right?
Yeah.
Like that the government can access. So he's like, wow, I just discovered like a massive need. Like I actually need that. Like it wasn't just like, I would really want this. Like he literally needed it. So I think that's such a good way to put it, man.
Yeah, I mean, and those could be like as small as like like some kind of accessory in your daily life. Actually, one of them was like I was drinking some water, and I'm actually doing that from from the standard like cups that you can find retail whatever. But then that's the plastic one or metal one, I can remember, but basically that's pretty standard. And I'm like, I would love to drink just simple water from a glass, but then I cannot do that just because like I would drink that in like 15 minutes, and I'd need to go to to fill that up in 15 minutes. So, and I'm thinking like, but what if I have, let's say, the whole set where I have the tube, I fill that up with water, and through that tube I'm filling up my glass. And I'm thinking like, oh shit, I need that, uh, and it's pretty small. It still has that type of emotional aspect of it. It looks cool, it sounds cool, but then it somehow touches my part of the brain where I'm saying I need it.
Wow.
So I guess it's just a matter of you looking at your product and finding those touch points in people's life, how they could need that your product, because like and I would say like the easiest part to do that is like look how they spend their time, just because usually how they spend their time, they spend their money. And perfect example of that would be like if you're selling for some kind of like, let's say, weight loss product for for women over 40, um and you're selling that on like heavy time investment type of products, let's say a course where you need to kind of set yourself for 2 4 hours a day and stuff like that. You won't probably sell them just because like they don't need that. They need a course where they can go through in like 15 minutes, and then the checklist does the job for them, just because like they are spending their time for the day for basically their kids. And if they go to park, if they go to this, go to that, they cannot listen for a few hours to your random course. So yeah, I mean, looking for in their daily life, looking for points where you can actually fill in your product and touch that need. I'd say that would be the the way to start it.
Well, I love that you mentioned too, like it can be a really small thing. Because yeah, even when I think about even my life or just a lot of people, for example, like you mentioned, okay, just like basically like a water container, right? But a need could be even as simple as like somebody that really cares about the aesthetics of their work area of their house, right? Like you don't want just like a plastic weird looking container, like maybe just a really well designed, clean like water container, like that fulfills a need for someone that cares about that. That's
Yeah,
a really
and
interesting framework, man.